Hi everyone, it's Vershi again. Today I'm on the last day of the 21-day challenge of continuously speaking IELTS sample test. And if you happen to watching this video right now, is more a personal practice. However, if you could try to continue watching this, is probably a band 6 answer samples. After this, I might do something else, going deep in each part to practice, and maybe I try to use some app AI to help me improve my answers, and as well as maybe give you some ideas on how to answer some question. So you can wait for other videos. So back to today. Let's get started for the last day of the challenge. Alright, part 1. After getting to know about your personal information, we got to move on with other topics. For example, for today, futures is a topic. What job would you like to have 10 years from now? Wow, that's a long time, to be honest. And 10 years from now, I might not want to work anymore. I want to become free of financial burdens. I can enjoy my life, travel places. So that's what I'm looking for, because it could be fun to explore the world. Making a lot of money, I don't think is my so my main purpose to pursue on. So I prefer to have work free and enjoy life more. Alright, moving on to next question. How useful will English be for your future? English will be utmost importance for my communications, as I'm planning to move abroad, and the main language of communication is English. So there's no way to escape speaking English in that situations. So I hope to improve my English much better from now onward. Alright, moving on. How much traveling do you hope to do in the future? Oh, as I mentioned earlier, one of my passion is about exploring new different places. So I hope to travel a lot in the future. So I get a chance to learn about different cultures and enjoy different cuisines, local cuisines. That would be fantastic. Alright, moving on to next question. How do you think your life will change in the future? I'm imagining my life could have a lot of adventures, interesting adventures, going places, enjoy work-life balance, and enjoy doing something useful for our family and for our society. So I'm working on it right now, and I hope that in the future this will be much better, and I can be very useful for a lot of people, I think. Alright, moving on to part 2. Describe a book that you enjoy reading because you had to think about it a lot, and explain why you enjoy reading this book. Alright, we have usually 1 minute for this part and 2 minutes to prepare the notes. Alright, maybe I just say it. So I've been reading quite a lot of books. To be honest, I think for this year I read about 30 books or more. So it's quite a lot. But the books that I had to think, I enjoy reading and I had to think a lot, I think is the book that had to do with something that a bit mysterious, difficult to understand, a bit of religious, and a bit but it had to be not too hard to follow. So that type of book is none other than Search Inside Yourself. So this book is about a computer science engineer working at Google, a big corporation in USA, which is the search engine that most popular nowadays, if you happen not to know about this. So because his background is from scientist, is from science, and his research about something about religious, something think about meditation, yoga, how to search something about feelings, how to improve emotional intelligence. So this is something really interesting and something very mysterious. Like we know a very little bit about it, so it's make me curious to know more. And the way that he discovered things is, I think, resonate with me, because I'm also a type of skeptical person, and because of that, it makes the books more interesting because of the authors, because he also skeptical, and he also from a background that prefer things that can be explained through evidence, through scientific activities, something like that. Therefore, his writing is really simple and easy to follow. So he has, but what struck me the most is that his findings has changed my life completely. I started to aware of the internal feelings, understand more about myself, and I know what I really want in life, and I have a much clearer plan after doing some meditation and some reflection, some understanding about myself. And so I feel very happy day by day, wake up meaningful every day. So that's, I think, that is what makes this book so interesting for me. And also I require a lot to crack my brains a lot to understand those methods and those new knowledge inside the book. I highly recommend everybody to read this book. It's very helpful for me. I think it will be useful for you too. I hope so. Alright, moving on to part 3. It's gonna be expansion of the topic above. So it's about children and reading. Okay, what are the most popular types of children books in your country? Haha, interesting question. However, I don't think I have. It's not my field. I did not research much about these topics. However, I probably guess that the most popular types of children books in my country would be comics books, animation books, because most children prefer things that are more engaging. So books with lot of words are quite boring for most people, because it requires to read a lot. So people tend to feel sleepy after reading a lot of words. However, comic books are very easy to follow and is very engaging. So I think young people would be more attracted to these types of books rather than traditional books that require to read a lot of words. Alright, moving on to the next question. What are the benefits of parents reading books to their children? I read about this somewhere, and they believe that the journalists believe that when parents read books to children every day, is will help the language intelligence of that child foster, enhance, and improve. Because usually a normal family who parents do not use so much of language, their children will also copy their way of saying, their way of communication, their phrase, their words. So if you read the words from the books, is will come from writer who make a lot of thoughtful words and phrases to make it sound beautiful, and your children will have a lot of advanced words in their brains. So in the future, when they pursue their educational path, they will have an edge over their peers, I believe. Okay, moving on to next question. Should parents always let children choose the books they read? Sorry. I'm on the fence about this. On the one hand, it is good that children choose the book they read. They have a tendency to read it more, so they read more books. Usually reading more books brings a lot of knowledge. They can acquire more knowledge. However, I believe that if the children choose that type of books, they might have a tendency to choose only one type. So they maybe have a lot of in-depth knowledge about one thing, but they may lack of other knowledge from the other aspects of life. So I believe that there should be a variety of topics that they should read on. Although I still prefer that they still, like, their majority, like maybe 80% of their books are chosen by them, by the young children, but maybe the 20%, the parents can suggest. I believe that I use it was suggested, make it more interesting, make it like they want to try new thing. The children have a curiosity over something, so that they're gonna start reading other things. So it's gonna improve their knowledge, their variety, their diversity of knowledge, their widen of knowledge, things like that. Okay, moving on to next question. How popular are electronic books are in your country? Oh, it used to be one of the things that people go gaga about because of the Kindle books. However, now we have something like audiobooks, which is much more convenient because you can listen to the books on the go. You can drive your cars without looking at the books, but you can still acquire the knowledge, the words, the phrase from the books through sounds, which is, I think, one of the most clever innovation, because I use that a lot. So more and more people in general using audiobooks now more than electronic books. So what are the advantages of parents reading electronic books compared to printed books? Oh, when it comes to electronic books and printed books, I think that there's a more pros to electric books yes, more advantages. There come more benefits than drawbacks. For example, with electronic books, we don't have to print a lot of papers, so we reduce the use of paper, also reduce the cut down of trees, so we save more the environment, save the deforestation. In addition, electronic books can store a lot of types of books, so we can access to a variety of books much more convenient, whereas in the past, when we used to buy printed books, we have to go to store, search for books that we like, Now we just can do that in one click, which is faster, quicker, much more convenient. So I think those are the advantage of electronic books over printed books. Alright, let's move on with the last question. Will electronic books ever completely replace printed books in the future? Oh, it probably replace most of them. However, I don't think it will replace all of them. The reason is that there are people who prefer to use the paper version one because they feel like they want to read more with the paper books. They can do highlight notes with the paper book, although they can do that with electronic books, but the paper books feel like they can acquire knowledge better for them. So different people have a different perspective and different preference over things, especially when it comes to learning readings. So books are something similar to that. On the other hand, I watch when I compare to other type of trends similarly to this, which is the CD and the digital music on your smartphone. So I still see that some CD stores, they still have customers, they still open. There's still people who prefer the traditional way compared to the new way of listening to music. So I don't think it can completely replace the printed books, but I think it will replace most of them. Alright, so that's it for today. So it is end of the 21 days challenge. I will be back for other episode. Maybe I will try to think something that useful for not only me but also maybe beneficial to you, I believe. I use a lot of wrong grammar. Alright, thank you and see you soon. Bye bye.